did you add those four that are in there at the moment, or are you looking to add more? Have you got MRs in progress at the moment, or
Not currently. Like for the CLI, Timo is currently helping me for giving dust.
awesome, cool. Um, Let me just think to does it. Cool. Are these all of the? Let's start. I see your name. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, am I? Let me share my screen. Um, so it looks like these are a number of the commands that you're looking to add. Cool. Well, if there's nothing that anyone specifically wants to dig into, I have some MRs that I need to probably try and move forward. Let me share my screen. See where I'm at. Actually, no, I'm going to share something different. Uh, should be slightly better. Right. So yeah, I'm just going through my to-dos at the moment. I'm a bit behind, so I've got some MRs open that maybe have been reviewed and just need some tweaks, or I've got merge conflicts or something along those lines. So um, this is one of those, includes a database migration, and I need to move the database migration from a standard migration to a background. No, sorry, a post-deployment migration, just because it's a little bit on the slower side. So I'm gonna grab that, um, grab that branch. And I think what I'll do first is I'm just going to rebase so I'm up to date. I'm going to try and get the docs up somewhere about database migration. I don't know off the top of my head if I just move it to a different folder or if it requires any substantial changes. So, sure there's something somewhere for migration style guide. I think that's what we want. Okay, so it's saying we've got a regular schema migration. They run before the code is deployed. Post deployment, they live in there and they're executed on a daily basis. Okay, cool. So migration. So it might be as simple as moving it. I hope so. Maybe if I try and find one. DB, is it post? Yeah, post migrate. So if I find a recent one, uh, mean, that would do, won't it? But does that change? That doesn't change the schema, actually. I really want one that changes the schema. So db/post migrate add to. Try this one. Again, this looks like it's more of a moving data, creating data. It's not actually modifying the schema. Let me just reread this message quickly. I wonder if we actually want to move the whole migration or if we want the column to still be added in this migration, but the check constraint to be added in a post migration. I wonder if that matters. Let's see if we can find migrations with this in. Okay, so this one is not in post. So it'd be good to see one in db/post. Okay, so we got one. That's actually removing something, that's adding something. So yes, we don't add the column here, we just add the constraint here. Very confused. Oh, okay, yeah, so this is remove, remove, right? This is an add. So again, we're just adding the constraint. Okay, this one is removing, this one's adding, so we're just adding the constraint. So it seems like we should still add the column in the normal migration, and we add the constraint in the post migration. Yeah, I think that's the way. So we're going to keep that one. So let's look at our post deployment migrations. Creating migrations. Need to make sure we get our branch ready first. So this is our branch. Oh, interesting. My branch is ahead by one commit. What's it ahead with? Remove on. Oh, okay. Okay, nothing too exciting. So we're going to rebase on master. Oh, we have conflicts. Why do we have DB stroke? Okay, so I'm just going to remove that. Can I remove that? Just going to remove that. So going to rebase to this. I'm going to squash that. Right. Okay, so I'm going to open the existing migration. And I'm going to create a new migration. So we're going to say post deployment migration, and we're going to do add constraint to webhooks. Okay, so we've got this. Just make sure it's targeting. Yeah, it's still targeting the right one. Let's find one. Okay, so we do need this disable in here. Don't know if we need it for adding column. So I'm guessing now I can change this to change. I think we really need, yeah, the constraint automatically gets removed. So we don't actually need a down for this. Or do we? Maybe we should. Yeah. Oh no, that just removes the column anyway. Okay, so let's try and revert DB migrate down. So, oh yeah, okay, I need to select which database. So then we have main. Irreversible migration. Okay. Why? I'm confused by that. Try filter. What I added this to another table recently. Flow triggers, I think. So look how I did it. Did it there. Hmm. Way around. Filter. Okay. We don't normally need an add and a remove, do we? What change normally took care of that? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, maybe anytime we use that wrapper. Okie dokie. Okay, let's just do that then. Let's just do that then. So we got that up, down, and right, run it again. It's good now. I will do CI and sec as well. I just can't decide whether to remove this constraint. Yeah, yeah, let's do that. Straight. Perfect. Okay, so we've done that, do sec as well. I think there might be another change. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so we've migrated all of those down, so we're ready to do Rails DB. Right, great. Right. Okay, so we've removed the constraint from that one. Great. We've created this new one. Great. Run this new one. Perfect. And then we just need to look at the structure changes. So dash p. We don't want that change. We don't want that change. There should be no changes at all that we want in here. Okay, we do want that. Yes, do want that. Cool. hopefully that now looks good. We'll check out the diff once that's pushed up in a second. Uh, this is a similar one that also requires a bit of follow-up. So interestingly, okay, and this one we're not actually adding a constraint. But what we do need to do, just check the feedback. Yeah, okay, so let's jump onto this branch. Ah, where's that kicked in? Okay, that's not related to my change, so I'm gonna push that anyway. Cool. So let's check out this branch. Do a rebase. That to push. So that it separates any changes I make from the rebase changes. Skip, we don't want to run a pipeline. And then let's have a look at these changes. Okay, so around about line 76. Let's just move this to the bottom. Okay, so we've got base attributes. And I've just been pinged a revert that I need to jump on very quickly. Revert, so removed a validation for that, remove that JSON, remove that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, just gonna, I think. So I will approve that. So it talks about materials. Okay, perfect. Back to that one in a minute. Hopefully this one, the push is now. Still not showing. Hopefully that will show in a minute. quickly go back to this one. So, okay. Um, why that's not showing on there? It looks like it's going very slow, right? So that's new pipeline started for this, so I can set this one to merge. Perfect. Okay. Finally, this one's showing. That's good. So changes. So we've got this, which is cool. All right, so I need to create a follow-up for this one. So I'll do that while I think of it. Label type feature category webhooks. Not actually the that message instead. That's more helpful. Okay, so we've got that in a follow-up. So we're handling the filter in here. We've got the new column being added here. We've got the constraint being added and removed here. We've got these two migrations. We've got the new column. I think I might have added something I shouldn't have here. This is the webhooks tab. I've added it to both tables. I need to fix that. I need to. How do I do this? If I get diff master db structure, then if I git checkout, spell master db structure, And then I don't want the integrations one. I just want the webhooks one. I think this is the webhooks. Yeah, this is the webhooks one. So then if I get apply the patch, and now I get def DNS structure to master. It just has the new column and the constraint. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we've fixed that. That's the factory update. Yeah, that's good. That's hmm, that's sneaked in as well, I think. Oh no, group hooks, project hooks, and service hooks. Yeah, yeah, that is right. And system hooks. Um, so, why am I seeing changes? That's weird. I wouldn't expect to see changes there. So my filter section is good. It's just this bit that I've fixed. Yeah, okay. Right, hopefully now looking how we want to be. While we're waiting for that push to appear in the remote, we can do a local diff to check. Okay, so let's do a diff master. See if our patch only includes the stuff we think it should include now. So our new column in the model with validation, uh, processing of the filters in the service. Our first migration, our second migration, column check constraint, the 1, 2, 3, 4 factory updates, and then the tests. Yeah, awesome, cool. So something here. So I can ping that back to Brian now. Okay, that one's back now. So yeah, with this one, I'm unsure if I'm doing the right thing. Read the note again. So we're saying likely run into serialization issues we did with the event filters podcast updates to be filled as a string. So it says I'll just try this solution. So JSON D columns. It should be, as we say, accept JSON B columns. It's that line 721. So we've excluded that and then something mustache. Wow. So I'm going to see if there's a spec for that. Integration space integration. Hmm. Integration space integration. I don't think there is. There's a model spec for it. So I'm gonna try. See if I give it a diff. Before I do that, I'm gonna run. It's always interested to see if the change causes a failure in the first place. Yeah, it might be a suggestion that we can just do the exclusion and not even worry about that, but Okay, so they're all passing at the moment. So let's see what Duo can do with adding some specs. Ah, and I didn't actually update. There should be event filters. This should just be filter. Add, oh wow, it's added quite a lot. Um, that doesn't really make sense because we only have one JSONB column at the moment. So let's get rid of that test. Okay. So my only worry is this isn't actually valid at the moment. So I wonder if we need to actually make it a valid. Built-in evaluator. Let's copy that. And this is for integrations. Doesn't really matter what this is. Uh, okay, let's rerun them. Uh, I think that's okay. And then what I want to do is check if I revert my changes from here. Does that then fail the test? If it doesn't, then it's not a very good test. Okay, so I need equal, not B. Actually, it might be better to do BLT. Beautiful. Okay, so that's passing. Then if I comment out this and this. Perfect. Yeah, that shows me it's working great. So I'll push those changes. And JSON. The same failure I was seeing before, so I can ignore that and push. And then just before we finish, I'm just going to check everything over again. So similar to as I did before, diff everything from master. So we've got a JSON B column listed. We've got our new filter with the schema validation. We're excluding it from there and we're handling it. We handle the filter. We've got a migration which adds the column. So the only thing that I don't know is, no, that should be quick. That should be quick enough. Column in the schema, tests. Add into that, yeah. This is configured. Yeah, cool. That's good. Awesome. Thanks everyone for joining and hopefully see you